Oh, I missed it so much. I don't know if you guys could tell in my vacation videos that I made while I was on vacation that I was super pissed the whole time because I really wanted to go home. I'm taking this thing off. But, so once again I'm wearing the sweatshirt because in Michigan it's like 50 degrees outside because we are the mitten state. But anyway, so, I know I've been making a lot of these lately, but, I have a friend who watches a lot of my videos all the time, and she keeps telling me, like, your pet peeve videos are hilarious, keep making more, and she was bugging me a couple days ago to make another one. So I thought that I would, and, because, I got bored, and I really have nothing to do, and I thought I would upload at least one video before I uploaded all my videos from vacation. So, this is another pet peeve video, so, hopefully some of you guys can relate to this, some of you might not, I don't know, but either way, I hope you guys enjoy it, and, yeah, let's get into the video now. Okay, so the first one is when your parents continually remind you to do something, and I know a lot of you can relate to this, but because I have normally a lot of things to do during the school year, like I played cello, I played oboe, I did, choir, I played in an orchestra, all that stuff on top of my homework, and, so I had a lot of stuff to focus on throughout the school year. And, so I had to do a lot of stuff, like, just every day. And the thing was, my parents, especially my dad does this a lot, would remind me continuously, like, throughout the day to do it, but it wasn't, like, a friendly reminder. Like, I'd be, going downstairs to get a drink. Hey, you should practice your cello. Okay, I will, just let me get a drink first. I go downstairs, get my drink, come back upstairs to relax a little bit. You should practice your cello. And it's, like, every 10 minutes they would do that, and it's really annoying. So, yeah, I don't like that. The second one is when I go to the doctor when something's wrong with me. Like when earlier this year, because I play volleyball, of course, like varsity volleyball. And during this year, we were playing a really, really hard team to beat. And I was trying to get back up after I dove for the ball. And my knee popped out of place. And I like couldn't walk on it. So I had a bandage over it. And I had to go to the doctor to get it checked out just to be sure like everything was okay. And so, when you go to the doctor because something's wrong with you, and it's obvious what's wrong with you, and then they sit you down, and they're, like, talking to you, like, how have you been? And they're, like, looking you over and stuff like that. And so, then the doctor turns to your mother and proceeds to ask her what's wrong with you. Can't you see my leg is bandaged up? What do you think is wrong with me? Honestly, if you're going to ask somebody what's wrong with me, I strongly suggest you do not ask my mother because she probably doesn't even know the half of it. So, if you're going to ask someone what's wrong with me, I suggest you come and ask me because I experienced the injury firsthand. So, thank you. This one is actually a really, really common one that I've heard about from a lot of friends, and I was quite surprised to find out that I was not the only one who had this, but, I'm happy that I'm not. When you're at the dentist and he's, like, working on your teeth, and for some reason he feels like he can have an educational conversation with you while he's doing your teeth. I am sitting with my mouth open, like, trying to, you got, like, 7 things in my mouth at once, that little mirror thing, the little drill thing, the little hook, staple thing for your iPhone charger, all that stuff. How do you expect me to talk to you? You're just like, so are you still in school? What's going on? How are your grades doing? And I'm over here just like, and you're just like, what? Excuse me? I don't understand. You don't understand me because you got 8 things stuck in my mouth at one time. This is not okay. Okay, so this next one is kind of quick, and I may have spoken about this before. I feel like I have, and if I did, I'm really sorry, but I feel so strongly about this that I feel the need to reiterate. When you're on a plane, and you get off the plane, or you're, like, landing in your destination, and the stewardess decides to say, let's say I'm going to Florida, and the stewardess decides to say to me, welcome to Florida. Alright, look. You literally just arrived in the same state as I did at the same time as I did. I'm sure that I can welcome myself without your help. Because I don't know why I hate this so much, but I just do. It's just annoying to me. And, I just don't like it. So, any people who work on planes or who may know me from the airport, I doubt any of you do because I normally drive everywhere I travel. But, so if I'm on a plane and a stewardess does that, I just get really aggravated and it bothers me for the rest of the day until I get back to the hotel or the apartment or wherever we're staying. So, if you are a stewardess or anything like that and you happen to run into me on a plane, please don't do that. Please. Okay, this next one is a little bit, it's not strange, and I feel like other people have this. I know at least a few of my friends do, but it's overachieving sales associates. And I know, like, you're just trying to do your job, but sometimes when you're, like, following me around, bugging me every 5 seconds in the store, particularly Hot Topic, it gets annoying. I know, like, I shop at Hot Topic all the time. It's my favorite store, of course, because I need my voice back. But, so, like, Hot Topic, it's, like, my favorite store. I go there all the time. That's where I get most of my clothes from, and it's really nice. But when one of the employees is just coming up behind me, riding my ass with all the promotions and sales and things all the time, it gets annoying. Like, I walk into the store, and I'm looking at some stuff on the wall, and they come up behind me like, "Hi, welcome to Hot Topic!" And I'm just like, okay, hold on. You need to take it down about 3 more notches. And, can you please... And then they start talking really, really fast, giving me all the promotions and stuff like that. Like, just so you know, all these things are on sale. All these things are like 3 for $20. You can get, if you buy this, you can get another one 50% off for free. And all of our outerwear is like, and I'm just like, okay, hold on, slow the fuck down. And then after I get that over with, I go around the store and I'm looking around, like, you know, I'm looking through the different sales racks. And while I'm looking at things, like, I pick up a shirt off the rack and I hold it up just to see if it fits. They come up behind me where I can't see them. They do this all the time. And they're just like, "Do you need help with the size? Would you like me to start a dressing room for you?" And I'm just like, okay, can you stop sneaking up on me like that? Thank you. Okay, this next one is a little uncommon, and I'm not sure if any of you guys have experienced this before. But it's when you're at the mall or somewhere, or you're out with a friend, and then you happen to see another friend that your other friend hasn't met before, and you try to introduce them, and then the whole time, your friend who you're, like, trying to introduce to the other person is just standing there texting the whole time, not giving a fuck. I hate that so much. Like, I was a little while ago, I was at the mall with one of my girlfriends, and we were in the store, Francesca's, I think is what it's called. She dragged me in there. It's like really girly, basic bitch stuff. But, so she dragged me in there, and we were just, you know, hanging around, and I happened to run into one of my other girlfriends, and I'm just like, "Hey, it's nice to see you, it's been forever," like, you know, we hugged, and I'm just like, "This is my friend," and then I was like, "Okay, friend, this is my other friend," and my friend who I brought with me, she's just standing there on her phone, just like, "Yeah, hi. It's nice to meet you." I fucking hate it when people do that. It's like, I'm trying to introduce you to someone who has never met you before, and I would hope that you would want to make a good impression, but I guess not, because your texting and social life is more important than meeting a new person. I already hate it enough when I see people, like, texting at dinner, and I know I do that sometimes, but at least I'm able to have an educational conversation with the person who's sitting across from me and text at the same time. If you're literally sitting at dinner like this, I hate that so much. This next one I have experienced a lot lately, and it's when people stare at me when I cry. And I know, like, I try not to cry often in front of people. I know I cry a lot, but normally it's like when I'm by myself. And, like, I try not to cry in front of people because, like, I feel like I'm begging for sympathy, and, like, that's not me. But it's when, like, let's take Cedar Point, for example. You guys know that I go to Cedar Point every year. It's like a school trip. And I was really, really upset the last time we went because it's the last time I'm ever going to be able to go because I'm switching schools, and I was really upset. And I started crying, and of course, like, my boyfriend was sitting there hugging me the whole time, trying to make everything better. And everybody in the bus is just sitting there staring at me. They're not, like, trying to see if I'm actually okay. They're just kind of sitting there looking at me like... And my dad was doing this yesterday because I wanted to see one of my friends on Wednesday, and I haven't seen them for like almost a month now, and it has been horrendous. And I really wanted to see them, and I was begging my dad to postpone his plans, which even weren't that important. He just wanted to drive up to Detroit to do research, and he said he could postpone it to Friday. But my friends were busy for like the next week and a half, so Wednesday would be the only day that I would get to see them. So I was like, "Hey, I have to see them!" And so my dad's just like, "No, because I have plans, and you can wait another 2 weeks. And I'm like, no, that would be like over a month. I don't want to do that. So of course I cry when I'm frustrated, so I started crying, and he's just standing there with his little cigarette, and he's just like, take the bus then. When I was your age, I took the bus every single day. You don't have to see them all the time. Quit crying. And then he's just standing there staring at me like, I hate that so much. Okay, so this next one happens like on a daily basis for me. And I go out with my parents a lot, just like grocery shopping, and me and my mom like to walk around the neighborhood and stuff like that. And so like when I'm out grocery shopping with my mom or just walking around, and there's a parent who has like young children, not like young children like infants, but I mean like 4, 5, 6 years old, like that age. And they look at me really weird, like give me like and yank their kids away from me. I hate that so much. Like if I'm in the grocery store and like I'm just walking by and I'm like standing by the ice cream container, like looking for the kind of ice cream that I want, and the lady's like way on the other side of the aisle, so I go over and walk by her to get back to my cart, and she pulls her kids away from me, and she's like I hate that so much. I'm not hurting your kids. I'm not going to kill your kids. I'm not going to molest your kids. You don't have to pull them away from me. I'm pretty sure they are quite fascinated by the rainbow hair. So if your kids are looking at me, don't think that they are worried about me hurting them in some way. Most kids that age are just curious about the hair and the makeup and possibly the piercings. I don't really know. But, they're little kids, they're curious about a lot of things, so you don't have to yank them away from me every time. I am not a Satanist, and I'm pretty sure your kids are not nuns, so you don't have to worry about me corrupting them. And if you yank your kids away from me and give me that look one more time, I will kick you in the vagina so hard that my foot comes out of your mouth, ma'am. This next one is mostly targeted at my dad. I love my dad very much, of course, but he does a lot of little things to annoy me, and this one has just gotten to a point where my mom has started picking it up, and it's when I'm in a restaurant and I'm about to order, and my parents feel the need to order my food for me. And, it's like, I'm not 5 anymore. You don't have to do that for me. Yeah, I'm not 5 anymore. You don't have to do that for me. And it's like I'm sitting there. We were just on vacation, and I'm sitting there. We're in this restaurant. I was gonna order my normal vegetable beef soup. It's delicious, by the way. But so I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, the waitress, who was really, really nice, and she was like, "Hey, sweetie, you're back. What would you like?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'll have the." And then my dad interrupts me. He says, "She'll have the vegetable beef soup." Dad, I'm not 5. I can speak perfectly fine. I don't have a speech impediment, and I'm perfectly capable of ordering on my own. And I have an expanded vocabulary. So yeah, I'm perfectly capable of ordering on my own. So can you please like not do that? I can perfectly do that perfectly fine. So if you order for me, I will get extremely annoyed because I feel like that makes the waitress obligated to treat me like a child. So, thank you, Dad. Can you not? Thank you. Okay, and this last one is really, really small, and it's kind of stupid, but I thought I would share it anyway. And it's when you're at a restaurant, this is another restaurant one, and when you're at a restaurant that looks pretty, like, mainstream, like a diner or something, or like, I don't know, like a Halo Burger or something, or like a nice restaurant. It doesn't really matter. Like a nice, clean restaurant, like normal restaurant. And they ask you what you want to drink. And normally I get a Sprite because I love Sprite so much. Sprite and ginger ale, like those are my 2 favorites. But Mountain Dew and Monster, of course, but they don't count. So so normally I would order a Sprite. And so I'm sitting there and they're like, asking me what I want to drink, and I'm like, oh, I'll have a Sprite, and they're just like, well, hey, we have Sierra Mist. Sierra, you better mist your ass to the back to find me a Sprite. Restaurants who only serve, like, knockoff brands of normal sodas, like Pepsi, Pepsi, Fanta, Sierra Mist. That pisses me off so much, especially since Sierra Mist has that really disgusting aftertaste that tastes like rust. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that before. Like when you drink Sierra Mist, it tastes like lemon lime, like Sprite. at first, but then the aftertaste tastes like rust or like iron or like blood. It's really disgusting. So if you are going to ask me what I want to drink, please inform me that you only have knockoff brand sodas, because they are disgusting and I don't want anything to do with that. Okay, so that was all for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I know it was kind of quick and kind of a repeat thing, but yeah, that's it really. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time, I will keep you updated on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that fun stuff. And until next time, have a good day or night or whatever.
Goodbye, motherfucker!